We're on. Hey, good afternoon, late afternoon now. My goodness. I might as well just get on at this time from now on. I always mean to come on earlier, but something's always happening. I was on a Zoom meeting earlier and had another meeting, but just a regular phone meeting. So pray for me that I get another job soon. I really miss my foundation. I was only working there for a few months, but it meant the world to me. I've talked about it already, I know, but I can't tell you how grateful I was to work there with the people I worked there with. We had some really good clients that came in, and the co-workers were awesome. Don't mind my crazy nails. But yeah, so I'm hoping there's a couple other opportunities that I'm hoping for. One is working with a children's center and helping kids, which, as you all know, is my passion. And then the other is hopefully, well, the other one is maybe Edwards Air Force Base. They're both maybes, but the children's center is definitely a lot closer. I'm really hoping on that one. That would be a really amazing opportunity. So pray for me on that, please. But how are you all doing? How is your Monday going? Can you believe it's the 30th of January? Where'd the time go? Hi, Rochelle. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I love you. Appreciate you always supporting. So, what do I want to talk about today? You all know that I've been coming on with some things lately that are on my mind, or just things I'd like to get out there. And today is not as serious, but it's annoying. So my iPhone is starting to mess up, and oh my god, my iPhone. No, but what's annoying is this. Apple products are great because they have VoiceOver built in, which is a screen reader that allows me to navigate my phone. So it can read the icons, surf the internet, send text messages, pretty much everything that you visually see, the phone reads. So that is why I try to stick with Apple products. It's not that I'm one of those people that roots for a company even though I'm not getting paid by them. So I've noticed throughout the years of having iPhones, the first iPhone I had actually bought from my best friend for $100. She sold me, I believe, what was that, Rochelle? Was that the 4S? I think it was the 4S. I'm pretty sure it was. And I couldn't believe, because when iPhones came out and they first started, I was like, why is it touchscreen? Why, I don't know. And then I couldn't believe that a blind person could use an iPhone. And then, once I had one, once it improved, once I had one that I had bought from Rochelle, I was amazed. I taught myself. I probably played with that thing all night. And I couldn't believe that it could actually read everything like that. It was amazing. I mean, it still is, honestly. However, before I say however, Apple products, as far as I know, to my knowledge, include the VoiceOver program on every product, whether it's their MacBooks, their PCs, their Mac, I don't know what they're called, the iMacs, iPads, iWatches. All their products have the VoiceOver feature. And as a hold on, what did you say, Rochelle? It was the 4. Okay, so my first iPhone was the 4. She has the memory of an elephant. I swear she forgets nothing. I do too for the most part, but it's been a little bit I don't know lately. But anyways, the voiceover is a feature in the phone. It's not an app, it's not a download. It's not, they actually incorporate it into all of their systems, which is great. I mean, it should be like that for everybody. It shouldn't be like, thank you, Apple, for doing it, but, you know, thank you for including that, Apple, because seriously, it is a lifesaver for us. It's like a little computer in our hands. And did I just say hands? In our hands. And so I love it for that reason. Now I'll say, however, seems to me like, and this has happened to not only me, but other people I talk to with products from Apple iPhones, they seem to break down when the new one comes out. And it's like, why is this happening? This thing costs so much. And this last one I have now, I have the 12 Pro. The reason I have the 12 Pro, for one, I didn't pay full price up front. It was through Verizon, you know, a plan. But I got it like 2 years ago, right? And now everybody says like, oh, that's an old phone. But I remember back when I was your age, I remember a long time ago, a phone could last 5 years, 6 years. Now it's like up 2 years, you're behind. Like, seriously? I swear Apple comes out with one and now 2, maybe 3 phones at a time every year. And I'm just like, what? Like, they seriously know how to grab money. Like, it's just insane. So now what my phone, I am not one to, again, just root for a company and get on some bandwagon like everybody else. Apple annoys me because they break their products, so you're forced to upgrade. Now, most people are not forced to upgrade. They want to stick with Apple. Blind people, however, it's like we have to because of the screen reader. Like, there's other phones that offer the talking software, but it isn't as accurate, and it's hit or miss, you know, to read some things on the screen, maybe not all. If anyone could suggest to me a reliable Android and someone who's blind, because you know what we need as far as the talking software for Androids or whatever other smartphone, please let me know if it's as accurate as Apple. And also, please don't be all over the company's how do I say this? Like, I know some people just love to boost up their company, like whoever they're supporting, because they have that phone. I'm not like that. I will tell you, I appreciate Apple for incorporating the screen reader, but I can't stand Apple because they are robbing people. Like, these thousands of dollar phones should not be breaking in 2 years, and it's happened to me several times. With I remember when the 4 gave out, and I had the 5S next, which I was so happy about. I had actually saved for that one. I'll never forget it. It was the white 5S. Then I had that one for a while. Then I went up to Rochelle's dad actually gave me his 6. That was a cool phone. Then once that started breaking, I upgraded to an 8 Plus, and I loved that phone. That phone is what I had right before the 12 Pro, the 8 Plus. I loved it. It was red, and yeah, I'm blind, but I have favorite colors, and it was red, and I loved that. And it started to give out, but I really wish I would have held on to that phone. It'd probably be so done by now. But I put that towards my upgrade for the 12 Pro. The reason I got the 12 Pro is because it says it's better cameras for people who, you know, take videos and things like that. So, you know, I decided to get that one. And now I got it April of 2020. It's about to be April. Wait, no, 2021. I'm sorry. Those 2 years that I had it. And it's already messing up. Like, it's like, why is this? And I know to you young people, it'll sound like, oh my God, well, it's 2 years. Like, obviously, what the hell is wrong with you? No, it shouldn't do that when these phones cost so much. If there are updates and upgrades, I mean, upgrades would be a new phone. If there's updates, then this phone should be strong enough and powerful enough to handle that. If it was just last year or the year before that this phone was got, like, it doesn't make any sense at all. I feel like Apple is way too expensive, and they don't pay people very much to even make them. So I just feel like it's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm irritated by that. There's other things I wanted to talk about, but people give me advice sometimes on my videos on how I should stay on topic. Because the other topic I really wanted to talk about, maybe I'll just go into it, whatever. This is my channel. I just really want to, now this is totally different than tech and software. I just had to get that off my chest. Like, Apple's a ripoff. Their products break up every couple of years. And it sucks for blind people because, you know, we aren't all rich people, you know, like, we're not. We're seriously not. So, upgrading is kind of hard sometimes. And that's not why I'm sour about it. I just feel like they're way oh my god, they're way overpriced. Another thing I wanted to talk about, which is really, I won't stay on this, I'm actually going to get off. But it's self-worth and self-care. And please, ladies, gentlemen too, everybody needs to do it. The reason I say ladies is because we are the natural nurturers. We take care of everybody, some of us, and I think that we forget to have a little self-care in the day. You know, even if it's the smallest thing, a coffee, time with God, meditation. Do something for yourself. I also want to say, especially to younger ladies, especially because young men too, but again, younger ladies, because I know what it feels like to be a young lady. Don't let someone else define who you are, no matter how much you love them, no matter how much you like them, no matter how much you have a crush on them. But even later in life, you know, when we're past all that kind of stuff, always remember who you are and why you are the way you are. Come back to your heart and your mind, and don't let anybody make you feel less than. You're worthy. You're more than worth it. And please try to do something of self-care every day, even if it's in the slightest. Sometimes we get frustrated, we snap on others. Sometimes it's just because we're tired. No excuse. There is no excuse for that. You got to get yourself under control. It's not okay. You know, but I try to be understanding to people who kind of snap at me or bark at me or whatever. Kind of weird if they actually bark. But you know what I'm saying. If somebody comes at me in a crazy way, I try to understand that they might be having a crazy day or a hard time in their life. But you cannot let that break you down. If he or she didn't return your call or text, if he or she didn't say goodnight, don't let that be your self-worth. Don't let that make you feel like, oh man, what'd I do? Of course, look within yourself. Of course, be realistic. But what I'm saying is that you need to realize who you are and love yourself before anyone else can love you properly. And I didn't get that before. You know, I am no longer insecure. Like, before, I wouldn't want to come on here with my gray hair growing out. I don't like it. I don't. And yeah, I'm blind, but I don't like it. I know it's there. You know, but, you know, this is me. This is life. This is what it is. And honestly, I've had gray hair since I was 18. It's just more now. But I know who I am. And that's honestly nothing. It's life, you know? None of us are going to be perfect every day, but we got to love ourselves. You know, so if it's a book that you can read, like I said, time with God, you know, some soul searching sometimes. Doesn't even have to be that deep. It could be something really small that you do for yourself. My goal, I have to buy new shower curtains, and I'm really like paranoid about sitting in a tub. Like, I mean, my tubs are clean, but I want to start having baths on a regular, like, I mean, as far, like, long baths, like sitting in there with Epsom salt and some oils every now and then, because my lower back has been kind of hurting, like really hurting, and a lot of times the heaviness of life we can start to feel physically. And so that's why we need to clear our minds, show ourselves a little self-love, a little self-care, just as we would do for others. You know, a lot of people say, do unto others as you want done unto you. True, very true, absolutely. But also treat yourself like you're your best friend, because if you don't treat yourself the way that you want to be treated, how do you expect others to treat you that way? Hold your head up high. No one is better than the next person. I don't care what your bank account says. You could be this beautiful, beautiful person with a big house, married with a picket fence and a large bank account, and you could be a nasty snob, a nasty person who just is irritated, and maybe they're hurting inside about something. Maybe they don't realize their worth, honestly, even though they have everything. And you could have nothing, and you could have literally bare minimum and be the happiest, sweetest person. So it doesn't matter about what you have. And I'm saying this because I don't have a whole lot, you know. I'm not saying this because I have money and I'm like, yeah, just live easy, everything's fine. No, I'm not. I have a lot of struggles, but you know what? I am no longer letting that get me down, because life is short and we need to love ourselves in the position we're in, because you know what? Our struggles give us our strength. Without the struggles, we wouldn't be the same people. Without me losing my sight, without me being blind right now, I wouldn't be the same person. And I know I wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't be nice or whatever, but who knows I'd be. Right now I look at people for who they are inside. Their heart, how they treat others. You know what I mean? So anyway, don't forget or at least find your self-worth. Find your self-care. Stop beating yourself up. None of us are perfect. I don't like my mama pouch. I don't like my shape right now, but I like me. I like my heart. You know, I hate the way my eyes move. I wish I could focus. I wish I could see. But I have to love me and who I am, because this is who I am. So love the skin you're in. Take time for yourself. And don't let anybody tell you what your worth is, or make you feel a certain kind of way because of their mood. You know what I mean? Because people do have the power. It's like another sense when you walk in the room and you can feel the tension of the person. You can feel that horrible attitude. Don't let that, how do I say this, mold who you are that day. Try. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But please just remember, honestly, your self-worth. God loves you. You need to love you if you want someone else to fully. And if someone doesn't love you that you're with and doesn't respect you in the way that you deserve, it's time to reevaluate that. So anyways, I love you all so much. Please take care. Put a like on this video. I know I had 2 totally different topics, but that's okay. Just things that are on my heart. So God bless your day, and I'll talk to you all soon.